Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, let's talk about the Anupama series guys, and we'll be talking about quite an interesting episode that'll be going down in the Anupama series pretty very soon. Guys, it's quite an interesting episode coming, so please don't go anywhere. Watch the video to the very end to find out the drama that is about to unfold in our favorite Starlife series, Anupama. Let's find out what Prem is up to this time around. But before I continue to the video lovelies, please don't forget that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Please don't forget guys to give the video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Rahi waking up in the night and finds Anupama not there on the bed. She says she must have gone to check the others and asks herself to feel ashamed and help her. Ansh, on the other hand, steals the jewelry and apologizes to Ba. He goes out of the room while Ba is sleeping, and then he gives the jewelry to Saloni and asks her to go and never come back. Saloni asks what I will do to stay here. While Rahi comes here to drink water, she doesn't see them, but Ansh says we don't know each other from now. Saloni then takes the jewelry and starts to leave. Anupama then comes inside and the goon holds Anupama. The goon asks her not to shout, else he will make her voice quiet. Tofi barks and makes Prem get up, while Saloni falls down and the jewelry also falls down. Rahi then says, we gave you permission to stay and have food and not to steal. She then asks what is going on. Prem comes to Anukirasai and beats up the goon, while the goon throws chili on his eyes. Anupama pulls the goon's hair, but Prem struggles to see. The goon then tells Anupama, you didn't understand, now see what I will do with you. He's about to hit her with the rod when Rahi comes and holds it. She then says, now see what I will do with you. She kicks him, then another goon keeps knife on her neck and threatens to slit her throat. Anupama asks him to leave her daughter and take out money from Anukirasai locker and asks them to take it and leave her daughter. She then says blood is coming out of her neck and pleads in front of them to leave her. Prem shouts Rahi and beats them though his eyes are closed. He saves Rahi and the goon injures him with the knife. Prem holds them still, but then he falls down and the goons run away. Anupama asks Prem if you are fine and asks what was the need to do this. Then she says we shall call the doctor. Prem says he's fine, while Rahi asks if you are mad, you would have let them run. Prem says they have hurt you, I would have taken their life. Anupama calls the doctor and asks him to come fast. She tells Prem that doctor is reaching home. She then wipes the chili from his eyes and asks him to get up. Then Prem says I am fine. In another sense, Ba asks why Rahi has tied Saloni on my swing. Then Paki says Saloni was running away with jewelry. Dolly says it is good that Rahi caught her. Waba asks, but where is Rahi? Anupama and Rahi then brings Prem there. Then Ba asks, where were you? Anupama tells them about the thieves. Then Ba asks, who were they? Rahi says Saloni's partners in crime. Anupama says, when you brought her here, we were doubtful, but we trust you fully and ask him to say everything. She asks him to say what was his helplessness and says, I know that you knew that they are not good. Anne says, I am sorry and says all my friends have steady girlfriends due to peer pressure. I had made my profile on dating app. Lishu tells Ba about the dating app and then Ba says I am up to date. Anne says Saloni and I met on the app and then we met in real. Saloni says then he molested me. Then Anupama slaps her and says my Ansh is not like this. Anne says she is blackmailing me. Whatever happened was with our consent. Rahi says I understood and says Saloni is among those girls who trap guys and then blackmail them. While Paris says such scams are happening much. Saloni says I will show the video to the police and we get him arrested. Rahi says it is good, the police will be coming and ask her to show the video to them and says of course you will be in the video with Ange, so it is clear that your friend recorded the video. It was your plan. She says you and your friends tried to kill us, trapped Ange and says there will be fraud, defamation, attempts to charges on her that even her lawyer will back off. She asks her to tell the truth to the police so that she gets less punishment. While Anupama tells that all the children shall learn a lesson from this, and says you people turn the relationship as situationship, and says you want everything fast. She tells that there can be fraud in online too. 1 out of 10 is good. She says in such situations they shall seek family's help, and says they might scold you but will solve your problem. She asks if you don't trust your family and Anuma. She then says we shall make such an environment at home that the child doesn't get afraid or hesitate to tell us anything. She then hears the police coming and says all the best, Saluni. Rahi comes to the room, then Prem asks since when the storm is knocking. Rahi says if I had not given my room to you, then you would have been disturbing Kaveri and Gauri in cowshed. She says the doctor has to change the dress every hour so that you don't get infection, and ask him to take off his shirt. He says if you don't feel ashamed to ask a guy to remove his shirt. She calls him helpless man and asks him to remove his shirt. She moves his shirt and changes his bandage after cleaning and applying the ointment. Prem looks at her, but she then covers his chest with the shirt and then he thanks her. Rahi asks, shall I ask you anything? And asks, why did you beat those guys so much? He says, I couldn't bear that they hurt you. She asks why, then Prem asks, shall I say? And says, I have anger issues. She says, we have to take stuffs out of Ahmedabad. Then Rahi says, you will not go, and says, I will go with Toshubei. Prem says, we both are going. Mahi then comes here and says, I have made healthy milk for you. He thanks her and drinks it, and then he asks, did you say something? Mahi then thinks he is hearing her hard voice and thinks to confess her feelings to Anupama. Prem wears a shirt and practices to confess his love to Rahi. He practices and says, Rahi, I love you. He then says it, looking filmy. He practices and says, I love you, Rahi. Rahi then comes here and asks, what did you say? She asks him not to hide and says, I had everything. She slaps him and asks, why did you say first? I wanted to say. She kisses on his cheeks. Prem is about to hug her. Then Paris stops him and asks if he was dreaming about hug and kiss, and says there was a chance of slap, but he shall take the risk. He says yes. Later, Prem brings the stuff and keeps it in the jeep, while Anupama tells him that she will drive his car and ask him to rest. He says Rai is coming with me and she can lift me too. He then asks why are we taking cake in Gujarati marriage. Anupama says girls is Gujarati and the guy is Catholic. Prem then asks if their parents agree. Then Anupama tells that both the guy and the girl were in love and were convincing their family for 3 years and didn't cross their limits, and the parents agree seeing their kids happy. Prem says such parents shall exist in every home. He says I will befriend guys' families so that we can get more orders. While Anupama says I can go in your jeep, while Prem says I am here, no problem. Anupama then calls Rahi, while Mahi comes there and says I am ready. She says what is the use to send Rahi as she doesn't know cooking. Rahi then comes there and says she will do all the work as there will be much work to lift the stuff. Anupama then asks if you can do that. Then Rahi says yes. She keeps the stuff in the jeep while Mahi gives chocolate to Prem and wishes him luck. He gives her a flower blocking from the plant and says have a nice day, while Mahi thanks him. She thinks she would be proposing to him soon with a rose, but Prem and Rahi in the other hand sits in the jeep and leaves. In another scene, Toshu is upset and says I do all the work and they have gone there. He says I wanted to go to the marriage, but if I had gone there then we would have promoted our business. Paki says mommy trusts Rahi and Prem, while Ba says she trusts them blindly. Dolly asks him to search some other job and says you will not be here for more days. Paki then says mommy and Rahi will host you, while Toshu says I will not leave my rights. Mahi and Anupama then comes there, while Paki asks Mahi why she didn't go with Prem. Mahi says she couldn't go but it's okay, while Paki says okay. Ba then asks Anupama why she didn't send Toshu to the marriage and sent young girl and a guy there. Anupama says I trust them both. Then Ba asks if you know anything about Prem. Paki says we shall know about it for the future, while Ba asks if you know about his surname. Dolly then says, why is he not telling us about his surname? And Pama then says, I will talk to him. Guys, this is quite drama building. Actually, the part that Prem was actually practicing confession of love to Rahi really got me. And in the other hand, Mahi eventually is thinking that Prem is practicing for her. Guys, this is actually going to be giving us more drama in the Anupama series this time around. Seriously, it's quite an interesting one coming. So please drop what you think, guys, about the episode on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is still YouTube updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to YouTube updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. And please don't forget, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that'll be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I really love you guys. And I'll see you guys on my next video.